Other benefit available is dependents benefit. If an employee dies as a result of an employment injury, his dependents are entitled to this benefit. Daily rate is 90% of the average assumed daily wage subject to a minimum of Rm 30.00 per day and a maximum of Rm 118.50 per day. Next is education benefit. This benefit is in the form of loans that may be provided to a dependent child of an insured person who dies as a result of employment injury and is in receipt of periodical payments for permanent disablement benefit. Last benefit available is funeral benefit. Funeral benefit will be paid to the eligible person if the employee dies as a result of employment injury or while he or she is in receipt of permanent disablement benefit. In the absence of such person, the benefit will be paid to the person who actually incurs the funeral expenditure, and the amount paid will be the actual amount incurred or Rm 2000, whichever is lower. Then, second scheme available under Social Security Organization is Invalidity Scheme. In Invalidity Scheme, an insured person shall be considered as suffering from invalidity by reason of specific morbid condition of permanent nature, either incurable or is not likely to be cured, and no longer capable of earning, by work corresponding to his strength and physical ability, at least 1/3 of the customary earnings of a sound insured person. And the scheme provides 24-hour coverage to employee who suffers from invalidity or death due to any cause and not related to his employment. Next, we will proceed to benefits under Invalidity Scheme. First benefit is Invalidity Grant. Invalidity grant is payable to the eligible insured persons who have been certified invalid by the Medical Board or Appellate Medical Board but not eligible for invalidity pension due to failure to fulfill any qualifying conditions. Thus, the amount for invalidity grant is equivalent to the contributions paid by employee and employer under Invalidity Scheme with interest. It is a one-time lump sum payment. Second benefit is Constant Attendance Allowance. This allowance is paid to an employee who is suffering from invalidity and is so severely incapacitated as to constantly require the personal attendance of another person, certified by Medical Board or the Appellate Medical Board. The allowance is fixed at Rm 500 per month. Third benefit is Funeral benefit. Funeral benefit will be paid to the eligible person if the employee dies as a result of employment injury or while he or she is in receipt of permanent disablement benefit. In the absence of such person, the benefit will be paid to the person who actually incurs the funeral expenditure. The amount paid will be the actual amount incurred or Rm 2000, whichever is lower. Other benefit available is Invalidity Pension. Invalidity pension is payable to the eligible insured persons who have been certified invalid by the Medical Board or Appellate Medical Board, payable from the date notice of invalidity is received or from the employee's resignation date if he or she resigns after the notice of invalidity is received by organization, payable as long as the employee is invalid or until death, replaced by survivor's pension if the invalidity pension recipient dies, regardless of his or her age. Next benefit is Survivor's Pension. Survivor's pension is payable to the eligible dependents of an insured person who dies irrespective of a cause of death not related to employment. The rate of survivor's pension for full qualifying period is from 50% to 65% of the average assumed monthly wage subject to a minimum pension of Rm 475 per month, and the dependents are entitled to receive a pension at the rate of 50% of their average assumed monthly wage, increased by 1% for every 12 months contributions that are paid in excess of the first 24 months, provided that the rate of monthly pension shall not in any case exceed 65%.
Lastly, is takaful. The word takaful literally means mutual agreement, which have been derived from an Arabic word kafala meaning to take care of. Next, takaful insurance is an Islamic concept of insurance. It is a Sharia-compliant mutual risk transfer agreement which involves participants and operators rather than sellers and buyers. Then lastly, takaful is Islamic insurance in which all participants are members and contribute to a pool of funds that provide assistance in the event of loss on the part of any participants. That's all. Thank you.